What's going on, everybody? We're back in here once again with another live stream out here in these YouTube and Twitch streets. Shout out to you guys for being in here, being involved, and being active on this channel. Welcome to Thursday.
Who is here? Thor is here. Thor!
Yes, sir. It is Thor's Day, aka Friday Junior, aka Ling Ling Thursday, aka Take Out Thursday. Shout out to CGA and the Coach Gang as well. Today, we will be going over the June 11th Titan Talk episode where they went over the balance updates, action camera showcase, and some Q&As. Before we get into it, let me go ahead and check for any audio issues that may or may not be on my end. Mic check, mic check, mic check. All right, so far, so good. Things are looking kind of jittery in Twitch. Let me refresh on my end. YouTube's kicking it. It's looking good. All right, page refreshed. Oh my gosh, I just combined the two words together. Okay, let us continue. Shout out to the live gang, replay gang, and the lurk squad, of course. Now, last time I did this, I went over the replay and I couldn't hear the brothers talking. So I went and created a whole new scene, which I was already thinking about it anyways. And after that incident, I said, you know what? I'm definitely making it right now. So I went ahead and made a brand new scene just for screen sharing. That way, on replays, audio will be there. All right, let's see. I did test it out and it did work. Although this is a live stream, so who knows? Anything can happen. Let's jump into it. There we go. We're in here live in the studio with the brothers, Isaiah, Kilgoon, and Pawn. Pawn is here this time. Welcome, Pawn. Alrighty, let us... Oh, no, I still need to keep it here. Let me go ahead and check for audio stuff. Okay, mic is good. All right, let me pan it over here. Zoom in, full screen, and let's hit play. What's going on, YouTube? Today, we will be going over the June 11th Titan Talk, where they spoke about the balance, items, action camera showcase, and Q&As. This will be a recap video. That way, you don't have to watch a whole hour of content that you may not want to. I will shorten it up for you. Let's jump into it.
Together is the strength item adjustments that we want to make. So, very
official relic TTV and
Whoa. Why are we 30 seconds ahead? What's going on there? All right. Rewind that.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Titan Talk. I hope
What's up?
everyone is having a great Wednesday.
We joined them.
Isaiah Kilgoon is with me as usual, and Pon is joining us for the show today because
Hey.
we're going to be talking about Open Beta 12 item and God balance.
Yeah.
So we've got a lot of stuff to talk about. Lots of balance stuff in this update, Pon. So
all right, let me try and
before we hop
speed
right
this
into it,
up
I've got
a
a doc
bit.
here on the desktop, but we're going to start with items, and we've got them kind of bucketed into a few different categories, right?
Yeah, so probably the first one to really bucket to.
I don't really like to go at 2x speed. 2x speed is normal speed for me. 1.5 is kind of okay, it's acceptable. Normal is slow, and then the rest I don't even touch at all. So we'll go with 1.5 so you guys can keep up.
Together is the strength item adjustments that we want to make. So,
Official relic TTV in chat will be very excited.
yes. So the general premise is assassins across basically most of the game are weak. They're underperforming. There's a few characters who are the exception. So like a Wheelish is an example of an exception character. At high rank, they
My girl Wheelix. Oh yeah, shining like always, baby. Pretty sure that's why they nerfed her. They're probably gonna nerf her again, unfortunately. Balancing items and characters. Always the crux of the problem here.
tend to do a bit better, and that largely is probably due to the jungle role. Like, especially high rank players are able to leverage their jungle pressure a lot more effectively. That's a hard skill to leverage, so it makes sense there.
Yep.
So assassins kind of across the whole game are underperforming. We think crit's actually in a really, really good spot, but no hunter is really diving into any other viable builds around like high strength, high ability damage. Characters that you might even expect to, like Uller or Neath. Uller, in fact, is like really, really underperforming because he doesn't leverage the crit item build nearly as well. So those are.
I'm building strength or ability based peanut butter, or that's what I call her. It's Princess Bari. That's me. That's just me. I'm probably the only one doing it.
Generally the kind of ideas behind why we want to do a strength pass. And then for the top level, because I did mention assassins do really well in the top level, right? We do have some adjustments for jungle pacing and how fast they're able to gain levels. That should bring down their early pressure a little bit, which should hopefully keep them generally performing where they are in the top level. But they should kind of bring up the floor for everyone else.
Interesting.
Okay. So that's the first bucket. So we probably do that first.
Yeah, so I will bring up the handy dandy desktop and let's go through it. So we've got strength changes here under items, and as you can see, lots of strength items. Just seeing some love in the strength department, just boosting them up.
Yeah, so you'll generally see 5 strength increases. Some items like Avatar's Brush, which is very strength heavy, gets 10. Some cases we just brought the cost down because it's like we can kind of go over the exception cases probably, because otherwise it's just going to be, I'm going to say,
ooh, Blood Forge.
Yeah. Avenging Blade, we want to keep it more as that
go
kind of
cheaper
more towards the bruisery side. So rather than just give it more power, which is already 60, we want to give it health and.
Ooh, Brawler's Beat Stick going up to 55, decreasing the cost by $50. That's not bad. That's pretty good. Devos, getting an extra 5 strength. Let's see, Heartseeker, increased strength to 55, and increased max percentage health damage scaling. Oh, and by 0.5% is an increase. Let's see how this goes. Hydra's Lament too.
Blood Forge is part of a next pass, which is shields, and so we did a small cost adjustment here versus actually giving it outright strength because shields are going to be the next thing that we discuss. Let's see what else is an exception.
Are they going to nerf shields, man? Please don't tell me you're nerfing shields. You already nerfed the hell out of Pride Wind by making it 12 cooldown versus 20. I don't like that change. That's just me, though. Let me know if you disagree or agree with me down in the comments below.
Seeker, we want to make sure that the payoff for going a high strength build felt good. Similar to what we did with tanks, right? Like tanks had their end game items. Heartseeker is really supposed to be that. It didn't have as good of a payoff as it could, so it's getting a better payoff to be that late game pickup. Otherwise, 5 powers across the board. We'll keep going until we get one to talk about a bit more. But I think that
Yo, Jones increased strength from 35 to 40. Let's go, baby. Pendulum Blade. I don't use that item. Oathsworn Spear. I think I've used it once. Shifter Shield. Hey, you getting bonus strength. Let's go. Hell yeah. Rune Forged. When are you going to bring Flame Forged Hammer? I want Flame Forged Hammer in this game. Oh, Crusher getting up 5 as well.
The Transcendence build path with high mana. Book of Thoth is doing really well. It works pretty well. It gives enough power. People build it pretty commonly. Transcendence is just underperforming compared to where Book of Thoth is. Part of that's itemization, but part of that is also just generally a 3 to 4% ratio would actually map to the true strength of strength and int more closely. So this just brings Transcendence up in line. So hopefully the kind of ability hunters, especially who really want to be flexing more of that strength side, they can build Transcendence and feel good about that going forward.
So a pretty big pass on strength focused items. So hopefully this will help out the assassins and the junglers.
So in general, if you're playing a high strength focused build, you have 30 more strength in general than 6 items, and your end game item build either with Transcendence being what you built to get a whole bunch of power, or Heartseeker being your closer. That'll just be a bit more effective.
Cool. All right, our next bucket are shield based items. So we've got a few here in a bucket. I'm just going to scroll them up and bring everything here on the page and we can talk about it.
So shields.
Yep. The shields are getting decreased. Nerfed! They're getting a nerf. All right, let's let them explain. Yo, erosion's getting buffed. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, not that many people build erosion. I've only seen it done a couple, maybe a handful of times. outside of myself
I think there's some
building
people in the
it.
stream who have strong shield
Yes.
games, maybe.
I hate shields more than anything else in the game. They drive me crazy.
I love
in
them.
just an unreasonable way.
Yeah.
Like I see
Even
a
in
shield
today's playtest,
and
I
I
can hear
just see
him raging
red.
about
I'm just
shields.
like, this fucker would have been dead, and he is not, and it gets me every time. So yeah.
Shield,
Oh my gosh, yo, my man dropped the F-bomb there. Okay. They're getting into the more loosey-goosey side of things, not so uptight. More business casual, per se. I'm liking that. It makes you a lot more relatable, to your audience.
shields are interesting because we did make a change from Smite 1 that probably has exacerbated the problem, which is that they can stack. Previously, shields in Smite 1 had very inconsistent stacking rules because of just the way that we did shield logic. Smite 2, we wanted to address that, but now shields can stack in ways that they didn't before. So when you get a whole bunch of them triggering at the same time, that can actually feel a lot more oppressive than it would have been in Smite 1. So we're just generally bringing down shields overall. Most of these items do really, really well.
Excuse me.
Selfless and Heroism has a higher win rate than example than War Flag.
Yep.
And both those items actually have really high win rates, but separately. Selfless was just generally overperforming that. Our counter items that we implemented last patch, it was Erosion, Mystical Mail, they weren't really doing enough. So hopefully this is just kind of taking down shields overall, not killing the item pool. We still want that to exist. Well, I still want that to exist.
So I will jump in here and say something about shields just makes me like unhinged. But I did not ask for shields to be nerfed. This was design came to their own conclusion.
Yes.
I have made my feelings about shields known for a year now, and I'm glad that we're moving in this direction. But ultimately, like design is design's call. I'm not telling them what to do here. And they felt like this was the best move for the health of the game and maybe also for my sanity. So I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, and so shields generally going down. Some of them have more targeted changes. Selflessness and Heroism, their change largely keeps them about the same in the early game, but then they will be weaker as you go higher and higher health pools. Mystical Mail, we just think this is a cool new way to do it than trying to make it do max damage to shields. It now just removes 25% of active shields every tick. So
that's cool.
And that also just means if it's 100 shield, it'll go to 75. Then it'll go 25% of that 75.
Okay.
It won't go 175.
The half-life map.
Yeah.
So it will decay in its strength as it removes more shield. And then Erosion letting it, if 2 shields get popped, if someone pops like a big phantom on a whole team fight, you're just gonna get double the effectiveness of that protection buff, which would generally help that item feel pretty good.
Yep.
All right. Well,
And then not on here is Bloodbound Book. We nerfed that previously.
Yes, in the hotfix.
We debated shipping all this with that change. We figured it'd actually be better just to do the Bloodbound Book on its own because it targeted a separate thing. But Bloodbound Book was also nerfed here. And then Blood Forge, which was underperforming, basically just didn't get the strength pass.
Yeah. Cool. All right. I think those were our 2 big buckets. We've just got some other general stuff. Cersei's Hexstone has been kind of a big topic in the community as of late. Going to be seeing a nerf here. Going to be increasing the health and increasing the cooldown, and also a fix where there was a description issue listing that it was providing movement speed when it was not.
Yeah, so Cersei's Hexstone, really popular engage tool, especially with how Blink has changed. We want to make sure that this remained a strong engage tool for that option. So that's why this nerf here might not look too intense, but taking 50 health off the pool and making the cooldown higher is going to limit its effectiveness. We can go further if we need to, but we want to make sure that we're not just outright killing this item from the pool because we think it's...
I rarely use this item. I don't really play mages as is, so I didn't really know this was an issue.
There's a really critical purpose.
And then Dreamer's Idol getting a boost of intelligence, kind of just to make it on par with Avatar's Parashu.
Yeah, keeps it in line with Avatar's Parashu. Those items are definitely like very luxury. If you can get to them, they can be really, really good, but generally you can't get to them. And even when you do get to them, they weren't that good, so they have some room to come up anyway.
Hey, okay.
Another item that has been a hot topic in the community, Eye of the Storm. Going to be seeing some nerfs here. We're going to be decreasing the...
Yes! Finally! Oh my gosh. This item, I've gone up against it multiple times. And even when you get hit with it, you're outside the edge, right? It just sucks you in. Pause. The vortex strength was high as hell, man. I was like, oh my god, you can't move anywhere. That thing was just dragging you. And the closer you are to the god using it, the worse it is, right? So they are nerfing this strength, baby. Let's go from 150 to 120. And then the vortex fighting penalty is getting decreased from 5% to 0%. It was a 5% slow when attempting to fight this vortex. That's what I was talking about. You were going nowhere. Yo, the self damage went from 4 to 6%. Okay. Of your max health. That's pretty good. So it makes you want to think more, think longer about when to use it.
Vortex strength, decreasing the vortex fighting penalty. So this is if you're walking in the opposite direction that the vortex is trying to pull you. And then we're also increasing the self damage.
Yeah, so Eye of the Storm, pull strength just being reduced by about I think it was like 20%. The increase the vortex penalty, that one is one of the main contributors to when it stacks, it's extra impactful, because that stacking will further cause you to fight more penalty against it. And we're just increasing the self-damage. This item was generally fine for a while, and people seem to think that we've changed something to how it works.
Yo, brother, welcome. We live. Yes, sir. Good morning. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
It's just people decide that stacking it now is really, really good. The actual changing this to not stack is a lot more of an involved process. So we looked at that path. We might still go down that path in the future. It's still available. But these should take the edge off the item. This should make it so when stacked, it's just less impactful. And if you are going to go it, you will notice the self-damage more, especially with our new counting up items. I can tell that exactly. I had a fight in Arena where I was using
damage,
it, and it cost me on its own 1,200 health.
Oh, yeah, with the number summing.
Yeah, with the number summing. Like,
It's
damn.
so much easier to tell what's going on in the game with the number summing. Like, I don't know, I like it. Cool.
So,
I'm loving that number
actually,
summing too.
We'll look at it.
Can't wait till it's here.
If we need to come up with stacking rules, we can. That was just that's a larger pass that requires a bit more time. We felt we could get this to you guys faster.
Yeah. All right, Spectral Armor up next. We're going to be decreasing the physical protections, increasing the health, and removing the decreased critical strike chance from 25% to 0%. And then we are now decreasing the critical strike damage from 0% to 25%. So just to flip in the crit.
So you get 20 less protections. You get about 3 times the health. Just under 3 times. So decreased critical strike chance from 25% to 0%. Oh, the chance versus, this is new, the strike damage, the actual damage is increased from 0 to 25%. Okay. I'm liking that. I mean, a chance is still a chance. But the actual damage is what you want to mitigate against, right? Am I bugging here?
Metrics,
Yes, so this does a few things. One is, yes, it's still physical protection, but it's so much more health now, and health is kind of your omni mitigation, especially against crit builds, which might not be running a chin size in them. This just makes it, if you do need to splash it against a magical crit, you can. It makes that just better. But also, it decreases the critical strike damage, which is always going to be effective against crit, whereas actually decreasing the critical strike chance, they could go over that cap and it could still be 100.
Yeah.
And just mathematically, the way that this 25% works is it's after everything is involved, so it actually is more impactful of a nerf than the increase of Deathbringers is, because Deathbringers actually handled a different way. So Spectral should just be better at mitigating critical strike damage. You should be able to flex it a bit more easily if you're against a magical character.
Facts.
Versus creating a whole separate new item for this. And this is kind of, again, crit, as I talked about in the strength pass, crit's actually probably about fine where it needs to be. The fact that hunters are going this build path overwhelmingly, but that doesn't necessarily mean that needs to be nerfed. It probably just means we need to bring the other options up, because we think crit's actually in a decent spot right now. This counter item could be better though, because even when you built it to counter what is a very crit dominant meta, it just didn't feel that impactful as it was.
And then last up for items, just a bug fix for Stone of Binding that I wanted to call out. We fixed a description issue where Stone of Binding was listed as reducing 10 protections per stack instead of 5.
Yes.
So that should be fixed up. That is it for items. Let's talk about God Balance up next. Achilles up first, going to be seeing a buff, increasing the strength bonus from Radiant Glory, the protection bonus, and
Let's go, baby! Achilles, a homie! One of the warriors that has started to become one of my favorite gods to play as is getting a buff. I welcome that. His 2 is getting increased strength bonus from, instead of, whoa. Oh, it used to be scaling from 6% to 10%. Now it's just 10% all around. Let's go, baby. Hell yeah. Increased protection buff. It used to be scaling from 10% to 20%. Now it's 20% flat. Let's go. And the crowd control reduction used to be 20%. Now it's scaling from 20% to 30%. I think that's a big win. It's going to make Achilles that much more difficult to kill. It's going to make people rage out because he will live at 1 HP for 50-11 years. I know I'm going to be raging out if he leaves with 1 HP after dumping my entire kit and the team is with me and the dude still gets out. However, when I play as Achilles, I'm going to be having so much fun. Oh, yeah.
the crowd control reduction.
Yep. So Achilles was just on our underperforming list of warriors that have just been struggling. Outside of just mages being in the soul lane, there's just a few warriors who were just underperforming. So Achilles is getting a buff there. Notably, this isn't a super strong buff for his aspect because he doesn't get the protections or crowd control in the aspect version. And the aspect version is generally doing better. We also did change some of the percentage scalings here because they get better as the game progresses anyway. So being artificially weak at rank 1 doesn't really do too much anyway. It just ends up making the math a bit more confusing where it could just be you could have it at rank 1, get the benefit of it, it has other scaling things on it, maybe the crowd control reduction scale instead. So this should just help Achilles generally as that, like, especially in that kind of laning phase, that 1 point will be a bit more effective than I was doing.
Cool. All right, up next, Amaterasu. Non-aspect Amaterasu, I want to make sure I call out.
Yes.
Divine Presence, we're going to be increasing the movement speed and the heal intelligence scaling. And then Dazzling Offensive, we're going to be increasing the damage intelligence scaling.
Yes.
Let's go. My girl Amaterasu is getting increased movement speed, baby. Let's go. The need for speed just keeps on increasing. This is going to make her a lot more fun to play. I love zooming. Zoom, 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 going fast. Health intelligence or heal intelligence scaling from 5 to 6.5%. Then her ultimate is getting intelligence scaling up from 35% to 45%. I don't really build her intelligence. So maybe I should. Let me know how you guys build her. What works for you?
So again, aspect focused. The movement speed is very, I don't think you have access to it in the aspect. And the heal intelligence scaling and the damage intelligence scaling, that build path for intelligence focused is not really utilized in the aspect version.
Yeah.
So this is really meant to help non-aspect Amaterasu. We did a lot. She had really good in the build very early on. We did a lot of nerfs to that, and this is essentially us bringing some of that back.
Yeah. All right, up next, Geb, our rock friend. Going to be seeing some buffs here. Rollout, increasing the slow duration. Stone Shield, decreasing the cooldown. And then Cataclysm, increasing the damage.
Yep, just another.
Yes! Let's go, Geb! The Gebinator! My homie. I love playing Geb as a support. He's so much fun to play as. He's getting some love. Now, the slow durations is 2 seconds flat. Let's go. Hell yeah. This never really made sense. Why would you want to scale it? Stone Shield, the cooldown. Yes. Now you can annoy and irritate your enemies by 2 seconds faster. From 17 to 15. That's great. Now you can pop your shield more consistently. And then his ult is getting a big, I wouldn't say big, a buff from damage-wise. 120 to 540. Now is 160 to 560. Increasing 40 damage.
Other support character we saw underperforming just kind of across the board in most modes. We're just bringing it up. Slow duration, longer, lower cooldown, higher damage. This just help him out in general, and that Stone Shield especially will help save people.
Yeah.
We
dislike shields.
we did actually
hold on, what happened?
We did pull a different shield buff in this patch specifically. This is the one that we let through.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
All right.
That is
Gilgan about to
his
crash out in
defining.
here.
Now I'm just gonna have to play Geb. It's fine.
The shield is one of his most defining characteristics.
Yes, it is.
I think like in Smite 1, I'm not upset by Nike Shield. I expect Nike to shield. It's I feel like there's just a lot of shields out of nowhere right now that are really big. So like Geb Shield, it's more predictable. I don't mind. It's more just that we were getting a lot of like heroism selflessness shields, and the Phantom Shield was just very strong shield right now. So I'm
Shell
fine
Tech,
with it, but at the
baby.
same time,
There's a little bit of truth behind it. Rama up next on our God buff list. Rolling Assault, going to be increasing the damage. And then Astral Barrage, the ultimate, increasing the damage there as well.
Yep, similar story. We really did go look at the just who has been consistently underperforming for a few patches, who really isn't being utilized at high level ranks really well. Rom was just on that list, helping him out with his damage and Astral Barrage. We've seen that over time he's actually, even his aspect version has fallen off as well, so this is just kind of a generically useful buff for him.
Yeah. All right, Sobek, this is the fun one. RDC chat.
Yo, on the low end though, Aspect Rama killed it. I played one game where some dude went Aspect Rama. I was like, ooh. Are you sure about that, brother? You want to do that? And he ended up wrecking, man. It was crazy. So I'm glad the homie Rama is getting some love here. His 3 is getting some increased damage. Hey, yo, yeah, it's that arrow. That following crippling arrow shot. It didn't really do much. From 35 to 115 plus 30% strength is now 50 to 130 plus 40% strength scaling. Excuse me. And then his ult Aerial support. All right, this will decide if you are mechanically challenged or not. Do you land the majority or all of your shots, or do you miss them all? Everybody can see. You got no escape out of there. So if you miss them, just take the L and be like, hey, man, I suck. I ain't good. That's why I'm playing him, to practice. Don't flame me too much. And then just accept it and move forward.
Chat freaking out. Don't worry, chat. It's cool. Aspect of Prey, Sickening Strike. New. This ability now deals bonus damage to jungle monsters.
Yeah, we just really want to lean in on this being the jungle aspect for him.
Yeah.
It's underperforming. It's kind of a weird role positioning that you might want to be doing. The charging and pushing someone is much more of a jungler, like you get behind them and gank them tool than it is otherwise. So we're just really leaning in to try and make this the jungle one.
Yeah.
The cooldown reduction wasn't enough. This damage should hopefully help, so this clear speed is comparable.
Yeah, I'm going to go try this.
There you go. Uller up next. Throne Axe, increasing the strength scaling. Glory Bound, increasing the strength scaling. And then Wheel Axes, the stance switch, increasing the strength, increasing the lifesteal, and then benefits are halved in opposite stances.
Yeah, so Uller is probably the worst performing character. He has been for a while. We know that it doesn't take much for him to be very, very dominant. He's also just a hard character, so we expect his win rate to be lower. But he's just been really, really struggling. The changes to strength will help him. And so we wanted to make sure that our buffs here were not going too far. And one part about Uller is the axe stance is really good for the utility of the leap and the movement speed. And you also want to combo that into the stun to get the rest of your combo off.
Yes.
On its own, it's not that potent. So we felt we had some room to bring this side of the tree up, why we also buffed his item pool, and we'll see where he falls to see if he needs anything else, or maybe we've overdone it. Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
Were the benefits halved in the opposite stances before, or is that new?
I want to say that was still there.
Okay. It's just the way we listed it. I wasn't sure if that was a new feature or an existing thing we were being clear.
It's one of those things where people don't read the tooltips. Yeah. Just make sure to call it out, right?
I probably having read most tooltips at this point, but
I think you wrote most of the tooltips at this point.
Yamoja is up next. Bouncing Bubble, increasing the damage, the small bubble damage, and increasing the slow duration.
Yep, Yamoja, just even another character.
Hey, Yamoji, getting some love too. Heals on wheels. She's getting more DPS. Oh my gosh. Aspect emoji is going to hit harder now. The small bubble damage. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. Yo, it's going to be... Ooh. That's low to 1.4. It might feel the same. It might feel the same. I ain't bugging too much about it. We'll see, though. We'll see when the patch comes out.
Who's just not doing well, even in the hands of people who are really, really skilled. We're seeing a high rank, she's also not doing well. And when we ask the question of, well, what part of our kit doesn't feel that good? Obviously, the stun's really good. Being able to pull people is really good. Being able to escape is really good. Healing and shielding your team is really, really good. The ult's obviously fantastic.
Yeah.
But Bouncing Bubble felt like actually the weak link there. And it's one of the things that would probably actually generally help people be more successful with her if it was better. So that's why we focused the buff here. We didn't want to bring up her utility too much. This just really focuses on this ability specifically being more impactful, helping with wave clear some more, and getting the higher slow duration.
Nice. Sweet. I think that is it for buffs. We have a couple of nerfs and targeted towards kind of the higher level performing junglers, correct,
Yes.
Juan?
So since we've brought strength up, if we do nothing, a Wheelix, who is currently doing really, really well, will just probably do even better. So these are essentially here are the assassins we felt out.
Of course. Of course it had to happen. You can't let things get out of hand. So the same way you uplift some characters, you got to pull back others. My girl Wheelik is always getting nerfed, man. Her ult is getting damage decreased. From 170 to 350, it is now 160 to 320. Oh, damn, on the top end is pretty... That's a 30 damage difference. On the first level, it's just 10. And then... the decreased strength from 20 to 60 is now 20 to 40. Yeah, it's just the top end that they're touching.
Outside of the rest of the pool, we needed to nerf to compensate for this, because if we just buff the item pool, they're just going to be again the top pick, and they're going to probably be more dominant. So we wanted to make sure we had something here for that. So we realized her gravity surge, taking the base damage down, and noticeably taking the strength down from her ult. This means all the follow up that she does after she actually does successfully pull someone, or even just pops us to fight, is going to be that much less scaling. So this was, we've nerfed her a few times before, but this should target that like specifically really impactful moment of pulling someone. That's just going to be a lot less deadly now.
Cool. And then I believe last up on the list
That's
is
the best
Tunetank,
part, though.
overhand smash,
Why are you doing this
decreasing the strength scaling, and Sacred Monkey decreasing the strength.
The homie Hoonbots. He got the stick too. His two. The strength scaling is being decreased by 10%. And his 3, it is also being decreased by 10%. Damn. Poor Monkey Man. Can't wait till the other Monkey Man shows up. He ain't here yet, right? Sun Wukong? No, I don't think so.
Yep. Again, Hoonbots was definitely in contention for like basically the second jungle spot. So just needed the nerf to make sure that we keep him. The goal is actually to keep him relatively where he is, given the fact that we're bringing strength up.
Yeah. All right. Well, I believe that is a wrap for it. Let me scroll down just a little bit. Make sure
Understandable.
I did not miss anything. That is it for our God and item balance recap. So just a quick overview: strength items across the board, seeing a little bit of a buff, nerfs to shield items, and buff to shield counter items. Some general changes, and then just a whole lot of God balance as well.
And yeah, our focus there was mostly on like the really underperformers, try and get some more kind of contention up in the God pool. Take some of the top performers, take them down a little bit. There's a few other things that I do want to talk to Clumsy about after this. Cool. So Clumsy, remind me to talk to you because I know like for example, Baron Aspect released. Think generally the consensus is underwhelming. Cool idea, but underwhelming.
Yeah.
So that could probably use a buff. There might be a world where you also like have a few other characters in the top pool that we still need to look at. So
yeah, I don't really feel the heal to be that impactful. And the damage, it was kind of up there. Although I didn't really notice it that much. Mostly and mainly was the heal. That one single heal. I didn't really see it. I was like, what? Did I even get healed there? All right, let's move forward.
Clumsy says he messaged a Slack change. Maybe we could mention.
Let's see.
I don't know if
did you message it to me, Clumsy?
Yeah, he said he messaged it to you too. He didn't mention me, so I guess I'm not important.
Ooh, I do see it.
Damn.
No, yes. The jungle XP changes.
He's like, hey man, I'm not the cool kid in here. Clearly, in the group chat that exists that I'm not a part of. My man is just single tier dropping violin.
Oh,
you mentioned those.
I did mention that at the top of it. So yes, and because assassins do the only place where they're doing good enough right now, and that's not all junglers, it's just some of them, was top level ranked. We did slow down jungle XP a bit to essentially make them more even at that top level play, but we've essentially brought junglers up overall.
Yeah, I've got the points here. I'll just read them here right off my phone. So, Conquest, jungle XP changes. We've reduced the base XP on Elder Harpies from 80 to 74, reduced the base XP on Small Harpies from 20 to 14, and then reduced the base XP on Roaming Harpies from 58 to 50.
Yep.
I didn't realize roaming harpies give that much XP. I should prioritize that more.
Damn.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, I think that is everything I had on my list.
They take a while to kill, though.
Kogan, I know you had a couple things that you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, just a couple more minor things that we didn't get to on Monday or didn't think to talk about. One of them is that in your post-match stats, your self-healing is now also going to include lifesteal healing amount. We thought that would be a much clearer way of showing like the value that lifesteal brings to your build. So you'll start seeing a lot.
Okay.
You know, if you start seeing self-healing for gods that can't heal themselves, I think that'll be a nice little improvement. And you understand why that change happened. What was the other thing I was going to say? Do you remember?
It was lifesteal, anti-heal.
Anti-heal. Yes. So in game, the stat that prevents healing has been called healing reduction, and everybody just calls it anti-heal. And if you typed in anti-heal, it didn't work, so we called it anti-heal. So if you are looking for healing reduction starting in this update, look for anti-heal instead. I believe it's anti-dash heal is the way we typed it in. So keep an eye out for anti-heal if that's what you're looking for instead of healing reduction.
Finally, that small little change. Why did they even decide to go with healing reduction in the first place? It's always been called anti-heal. I always wondered that. Every time I would search up anti-heal, nothing would come up. And then I would have to look. All right, scroll down. Healing reduction. Okay, that's the same as anti-heal. Then click that. God damn. It was so redundant, a roundabout way. I'm glad they finally changed it. Corrected it to the proper term that everybody uses, anti-heal. Great move there.
Some people have talked about things that we aren't quite ready to talk about yet. There's a few more updates we'll have on Friday of some things that we're kind of locking in. So I can talk about some things as we get there, but we did want to take a look at kind of where the action cam sits right now. So during the last flash test, we just wanted to get the flash test out, and we had a very broken version of the action cam. And we actually had like a disclaimer of like, please change your camera setting.
Yeah, change it back to default.
Because like what was the action cam was actually like the super wide angle that was not what we intended. It just was kind of broken. So we just wanted to show off what this looks like right now. We're still tweaking it a little bit, so it
yeah,
might
I know
evolve
Pon
from
has been
here.
running point on making sure we get it polished up. But I will bring up the handy dandy desktop and show it up. I've got Neath loaded up. Is that a good candidate?
Yeah,
Pon?
Neath's a good candidate because you can showcase also how it feels on a range camera.
All right, cool.
Yeah, so this is the action cam that we've been talking about, and it's the big things that you'll notice are that obviously the camera's offset a little bit. The FOV is changed fairly drastically, which you can talk more about.
Yeah. So FOV, just I can get into the complicatedness of this. Just these two numbers are the thing. Smite 1 is 112, basically, in old Unreal 3 terminology. Mapping that to Unreal 5 is its own whole thing. Just know that it's 112. The comparable number for this one is 90. So that's the difference. And 90 is a pretty standard within the range that most games will be like 80 to 90. Obviously, if you're doing like more like quick shooter style things, you can get way higher FOV, but like 112 and 90 is the difference here.
And so what?
Interesting. Okay. I think they still have to fix the centering of it. It does look weird. It does mess with your depth perception. At least for me, seeing this, I'm just like, but it does look squished in. I don't know. I'm used to the old way, man. 112, keep it at 112 for me. I'm like, I ain't choosing 90, man. Again, this is for the new players, though. This is mainly for them. I'm used to the farther away field of vision. I like that better. I think you can still zoom in too, though, with scrolling your wheel mouse up or down. So that's interesting, though. It does look a little janky.
That does is it makes things in front of you, even if they're further away, feel bigger and closer and easier to see.
Yeah, you can see details on those camps that like are off to the right, like over there, even though you're decently far away. Where before, if you go to the previous one, you'll see how much detail you lose on them.
Yeah, and can you, if he types FOV 112 into, would it approximate what it would look like?
Yeah, I would.
So can you just for the sake of showing like kind of the difference, if you type FOV space 112, like that's how far away and how small they would look in the current view. It's 90 right now. Yeah, so we're currently at FOV 90. So because of this, this makes it a lot easier to focus on the things that are in front of you and to fight the things that are in front of you and to see what's going on in the world around you. So
interesting. Okay.
This is for new players in particular. We find that the wider camera angle actually like they don't know what to look at. They can't focus on the combat, right? And it feels just very different from a modern normal game. So it's hard for them to use it. If you are a currently active Smite player, you're probably never going to use this, and that's 100% okay. This isn't for you.
Yep.
This is really for that first experience for new players or people that are more used to playing from this kind of camera perspective. And
yo, that too is looking. Hang on, let's see it again.
For new players.
Oh my gosh, that too looks so weird.
This is really for that first experience for.
Wow, look at that. Oh my gosh. It feels like it's right there. Like he said, if old players, you ain't using this, man. Not really. I may test it here and there. If I like it, I may go back and forth. If not, I'm just sticking with what I know, man. Can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Or people that are more used to playing from this kind of camera perspective.
Not all the time.
I'll say, like, I would recommend trying it when it comes out. Just play a game or two and see how you think it feels, right?
Yeah.
You're probably gonna stick with the camera that you like, but like after you get past the initial like mental shock of like I've played Smite like this for a decade and it looks different now.
Yep.
I would say like this camera makes like processing team fights much easier for me, and like much easier for me to be like, you know, I'm playing an arena match, and this is what's going on right in front of me that I need to be aware of, and I can see that and react to it much better. So,
okay.
Once again, probably not for most of our active players, but we're excited about this as a trial for new players, and we may find that some active players do enjoy it more as well.
Oh, and someone asked.
I
see
your
point. On
point.
this one right now. I don't know if we're actually gonna ship with this.
I
It's a hidden
understand.
feature for now. If you can't zoom in or out with this view, so I've mapped that instead to be change shoulder side, so you can actually be on the different side for some characters. You can also center it. So if you're sensitive with the battle, you can actually just center it, and you can have your own centered point of view of this.
Hey, okay.
Within this right now, don't know if we're actually gonna ship with that. We'll see, because also people could accidentally hit that and get stuck in a view.
True, yeah.
Like, but
No, I actually kind of like that. Keep that. I'm going to be centered because that's what was throwing me off and not really wanting to use it. I was like, ooh, what the? You're centered left or you're centered right. That does not feel natural to me at all. Knowing that you can center yourself, actually choose left, right, or center, that's good. I like that. I'm gonna be right in center. When it's centered, it feels more normal to me.
Just for now.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously, Kogan said basically all of it. We'll see how, especially like once we actually have this in new players' hands and they're able to play with it, and we'll get feedback on that. We'll be able to see like, yeah, do people actually like this more for the new player experience? And then when they are ready to, or if they ever want to, they can easily hop to
See how natural that looks?
the other one. And yeah, if you
Because you're aiming right here. And look at this. What is that, like a 15 degree change, or 30? 15 to 30? That angle difference really messes with me. I ain't liking it. Like, ooh, what the fuck? Whereas when it's centered, it feels more natural.
Yeah.
I might be a little worse. There's definitely some editing that like you lose out on, but like you can still
You can definitely still play with it, and I really think somebody asked like, what's the advantage of this, right? And I think like if you actually play it and feel it, you'll see like the advantage is that things in front of you are bigger and easier to see, and that makes processing like the main thing that you're looking at easier for, especially for new players. The downside is, yeah, you can't see around you quite as much, but most of the time new players are trying to look in front of them anyway. So it's not a nerf to people who they can't ever look to the sides anyway because they're tunnel visioned in front of them, right? Like this just improves what they can see when they're looking in front of them. So somebody says, maybe I can hit an auto. Yeah, we had some,
My man. Maybe I could actually land an auto. Oh my gosh. That's freaking hilarious because it's factual. Like, dude, he's one hit. Please just land that one auto to secure the kill. I've done it many a times. I'm mechanically challenged with some of the range characters. I'm not even gonna lie at all. I'm not gonna try to mask it or anything. It's part of the reason why I love hunters. Because with some of them, I'm just god awful. And I want to improve, you know? Oh, that was a great funny comment. I like it. Maybe I can hit an auto now.
of our everybody at the studio plays Smite, but there are vastly different skill levels, right?
Yep.
And some of our artists who are newer Smite players, I would say, who hadn't.
Same thing when you get lumped into these rando matches, you know? Everybody's gonna be at a different skill level. And as you're climbing up a rank too. Like right now, what am I? Bronze? I'm in bronze 3, I think. I just started playing ranked. Climbing the ladder. And I'm getting matched up with questionable characters, you know? Like, are these guys new? Or are they trolling me? Are they griefing me? Costing me the game? Are they doing this on purpose? You don't know. Oof. You can only speculate. But that's it, man. So this is good that they're trying to address the new player issue. That way, more new players will join in. That will increase the pool player count. And then, when the pool is large enough, all these Mitches are going to be drowned out and rendered ineffective. At least that's what I would like to happen.
They booted up into their daily death task game, and they were like, "Oh my god, this is so much better! I can tell what's going on so much more in arena. I can see the gods as they're coming to fight me. This is amazing, right?" So, again, it's like there is an audience of players that is really going to appreciate this, and we think most new players probably will appreciate this. It's just if you're used to the existing camera, if you're used to the wide view, you're probably not gonna like it, and that's okay. Not everything's for you. So, and
Facts. And I can accept that.
A lot of fun. We're excited to see what it does. Somebody else said, "I want 120 FOV. I want."
Yeah. Hey, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Don't worry about it. Don't complain. It's not for you. All right, don't use it. Move forward. Don't be stuck raging about it.
Because the bug in
you can
PTS.
just do 170. Just FOV 170. They can have this. There's a reason why we don't let FOV go too high, because the higher you do make it,
Oh my
you start
gosh.
to be able to see things like literally.
Oh dear Lord. 170? You might as well switch to just a straight up top view at that point. This is comical though. I like that they're doing this to demonstrate the importance of FOV.
Behind you, and there is a certain amount of vision that we do want to respect.
I think I broke it
and
fine.
how much you have to see. Yeah, 90 would be back to
Your
normal.
middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, 170 is perfection.
Yeah.
So we don't want it to go too high. So even if we were in one like an FOV slider, it would generally have probably the current maximum as the max, and we let you lower it. To some
Yeah,
value.
So yeah, I just want to show this off because I think it's looking cool. Again, you're really used to playing Smite in a certain way if you're watching this show, so it's going to look very different to you.
For sure.
But give it a try. I think it's a lot of fun, and hopefully.
I wonder if you can dodge with this scrolling sideways thing. Because if your line is right here, right? Well, I mean, you're going to follow the line anyways. It leads back to you regardless. So as long as you follow the line, you should be able to hit your target though, right? However, if your opponent is doing the scrolling thing, will they move in the middle of a fight? As a pseudo dodge? That'd be interesting. I wonder because you can fake them out, break some ankles doing that, and all you're doing is just scrolling your wheel mouse. Oh, that's funny. I can't wait to try this out.
It's much more welcoming to new players because the only way that we grow this game over time is if new players stick around to see how amazing Smite really is, right?
Yep.
And
Facts. Facts. That statement right there is all facts, man. Because you want to increase new player count and increase retention rate of said new players. If they try it and then they just get flamed or they don't like it, if that issue doesn't get addressed and resolved, Smite game is just going to stay where it is. All these Mitches trash talking the game and raging out about it because things are being done their way. Nah, man. It's time to cut off the dead weight. Bring in some fresh blood.
in the same way that when you're playing World of Warcraft, you initially start with the camera really zoomed in behind your character, and then over time you're zoomed way out and you're playing more top down. New players may decide over time if they want to switch to more the classic camera. We're doing away with the classic camera. Yep. This is just to improve your new player experience, and some people may choose to stay this way because it does help you see the things in front of you better.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people are asking for like other camera features. This is definitely a first pass of this system. Also, as we go forward, we might be able to provide more options for people to choose from to customize their experience some, but getting this first pass was the most important part. Getting the setup so that we can actually support two camera types opens us up for settings in the future, so we can always look at that later. But this was very much wanted something for new players to try sooner rather than later.
And I believe the intent is that if you are an existing player, you will not be switched to this camera.
Correct. That is the intent. If you basically currently have if you're an existing player who's ever played, it should just default you to the normal what we call classic view. It's only if you have never played before that you see this camera. And then
if you want to change it, can you go to settings?
Yes. So if you go to settings, gameplay, all the way at the bottom, it is this action camera, and you can just toggle it off and save, and we're back.
And now after we've been looking at the other camera for a while, right? This looks like man, there's so much fisheye going around the corners. It's like there are pros and cons to any different angle. This is an angle you're used to if you've been playing for a long time.
I see what he's talking about right here on the edges. Right here. I see the fisheye effect going on. Now that I've been exposed to that new action camera, I see it right here, right on the edges.
It's definitely very different, right?
Yeah.
It is.
Sweet.
That's part of the
that is our
make it like you wanted people to feel this change because
completely.
If it also does help new players, then we want to make it a different enough experience for them to be able to feel and for us to be able to notice.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that is the action cam, and like we said earlier, still working on polishing stuff up, but we think it'll be really good for new players.
Cool.
Kind of used to getting this new action camera now.
Game today?
Not in game. I know there's a few.
Just in that, I think it's going to take a few games for me to really internalize it. And then I'll be going back and forth, maybe. Who knows? I may not even like it at all. Won't know until we try, right?
Small things like there's a wheel shred about the basic attacks. I did a pass on those, similar to the other gods that had basic attack feedback. But I don't know if that's worth showing. But there's a lot of other small things.
Yeah. And we can go through, I guess, more of the small things on Friday.
Yeah, we'll have our full OB12 patch notes overview with patch notes on the website on Friday and go through all that stuff.
Yep.
Well, I think that's everything that we had on the list today. Y'all want to save the back half of the show and let's do some Q&A?
Yep.
Sure.
There's a question. Is there restricted camera pitch on the action camera? By default, restricted camera pitch is on, but you can turn it off. It's a separate setting. It's not locked to, you have to be on restricted camera pitch on action cam.
Good.
The angle, like how high you can look and how low you can look when you're unrestricted are the same.
Good. I like to have that off. Always have it off.
When can we expect a band increase for ranked?
The day I discovered that you can toggle that off, game over. You can actually look at a Thor coming in or at a Rama up there. I'm so glad I discovered that. And now it's forever off.
We may have more to share on that on Friday,
Yes.
but I don't want to start talking about it because I'm not sure that it will 100% be in. So we might talk more about that on Friday.
Yeah, there are two bugs I see people talking about: the 8-way dash by rooted and the Ymir ult stuff. It is definitely on our list of things to do. Our list is just big. We're working through them as fast as we can. Depending on the bug, we might try to bump some up over others. But yeah, we have our list. We're working through them as fast as we can.
Someone says, would you consider the fact that in South America, wages are not even close to the USA, therefore making it harder to buy everything? It'd be nice if prices were adjusted to the region. So I believe on every platform, you should be seeing region-specific pricing in your currency for the currency for diamonds or for a founder's pack or whatever. I do know there is an issue in the Kuwaiti dinar for a specific piece of content that it is 10 times as expensive as it should be right now. It's possible there are some other issues, but by and large, we have followed the platform recommendations for based on the currency exchange rate, like and purchasing power and whatnot, like what that should be priced in a specific country. However, I will say there are a couple countries where we break from their recommendations, specifically because we have a lot of abuse from those countries where people, like a vast majority of our transactions are fraudulent or stolen credit cards or people hacking their accounts to be in those regions and whatnot. So in
AKA, this reminds me of the BBS Malaysian Orbs fiasco.
regions where that's happened, we have increased the price slightly from like the pure, true conversion rate. But that's just to like prevent bad actors, and I'm sorry that it affects good actors if you're in one of those countries. But I don't think there are any South American countries in that list. I will just say there are a few countries where we unfortunately had to do that.
Yeah. I see a question. Can we add an option to change language? Kilgun, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the way we handle localization is that we take whatever your platform language is set to, correct?
That's correct. So whatever your Steam language is set to, or your PlayStation language, or your Xbox, it should automatically update if we support that language. Cool.
Let's see. This is an interesting question. Do you struggle with making new gods because of community expectations that gods have bigger and cooler abilities? Like we have talked about, like, if we released Raw today, Raw didn't exist, and we released expectations that gods have bigger. This is an interesting question. Do you struggle with making new gods because of community expectations that gods have bigger and cooler abilities? Like we have talked about, like, if we released Raw today, Raw didn't exist, and we released Raw today, would Raw actually be received well? And I think generally the answer is it might not be received well in regards to people think this is like a really, really cool launch, but the character would probably perform about as well as the character does because a wide amount of people play, they get their hands on the character, they either do like it or they don't, and what they like or don't like generally doesn't change too much. So there is a bit of like pressure and like expectations about new gods having new cool things. We do like, it's also just fun for us to try and push the boundaries. But yeah, we have been like a few times like we'll make an ability or prototype ability. It's like, well, this is just X character's ability. It's
right,
like, yeah, and the context, we need to make sure that the context feels different for things. We need to make sure that the actual feel of the attack feels different. Like there's ways that we can also make very similar attacks that on paper you can boil down to this is just this character's ability. There's also ways in how we present it and even small like interactions that we can add to make that more interesting. So yeah, definitely, it is definitely harder. I would say making a new god now is harder than it was before because we've also gone through so many different ideas of ability types.
Yeah.
But it's a fun challenge.
Yeah, I would say maybe you'll disagree with me on this, but I think that of the like last round of gods that we did in Smite 1, I think Eastchell actually had a fairly straightforward kit, like more complicated than Raw for sure,
Lizzo,
but was still very well received as a fun to play character, right? Yeah. So I think that we can still do fun things with simpler kits, and like you're saying, like people are gonna like it if they're gonna like it, right? But there definitely is a lot of the vocal community is like harder gods, So
yeah, and Hecate was our first god that we tried to bring over, and I think the first goal of the kit was to be a bit more straightforward, a bit simpler, but the execution there, like people just didn't feel like it was super engaging, even with it being simpler, which is like a separate problem of things to be simple and engaging. But that's why we ended up going back to the drawing board with her and giving her secondary role, which I think she fits the like generally her abilities are pretty straightforward, and I think they present really well. So I think she's a good example case for a relatively straightforward kit that can be really fun and engaging.
Pon, I saw a question in chat, which I think is fair. Someone wanted to see what the action cam looked like with a melee god. Who in dev would be a good? Because I know you're in process going through.
I've just been using Achilles as my test case, although he's probably bad actually because he has longer range basics. Hercules is interesting because you get the he's one of two characters that actually has weapons that are right in the center, which is why we even talked about having a shoulder side option in the first place.
Makes sense.
Most melee characters, I don't think there's anyone.
I'll bring up Herc.
Anyone special. Most melee characters feel pretty good because they highlight nice and bright when you're going to be in melee range of them, and the melee range feels pretty intuitive.
Yeah, and I played Herc on the action cam yesterday, the day before, and felt pretty good. It definitely like I said, it takes a little bit to get your brain adjusted. Like I could not hit a 2 at first, and then like after playing the game for like 3 minutes, I was like, oh yeah, okay, I got it.
All right, let's see here. I will bring up the desktop. So this is Hercules.
oh my gosh. Maybe I might be able to land my 2 more consistently with this.
I think it feels really good on melee characters. I think it makes melee characters somewhat easier to play personally, but again, it's it's a matter of personal taste and depends on.
I see what he's talking about.
Bring us back to cams here.
I saw a question, but someone actually mentioned when they go to play PTS, their account levels don't match what they expect. I wonder if that actually is we need to copy stuff over to support that. I don't know.
You know what we should probably just do? Do you know what the easiest solution would be?
Just everyone's
change daily logins on dev to give you enough XP to get to level 5 or whatever, right? Like, but we should probably talk to Blake and Keith about that to make sure. That's good to know. I'm making a note right now. Cool.
Someone mentioned reworking old characters. Consider doing this. I think what we're currently doing with Smite 2 is probably our version of reworking versus potentially really problematic characters, right? Like we're looking to refine and give more interesting interactions to characters that already exist that people really like. Most characters over time, over just Smite 1's lifetime, if we were going to rework them or change them in specific ways, they've already gotten those adjustments. And then outside of like true reworks, we found that we need to do very specific criteria for what that rework is. Loki, like I think we wrote a blog post about what our
Loki
is supposed to be, and I think that's one still holds up to this day. To actually do a truly successful rework, I think you need to be very specific about what the problem set is and what you're trying to resolve. Loki, I think, is an example of a rework that's largely done really well. Freya was an example of one where she didn't actually meet the criteria and the bandwidth that we needed for her to do the true rework like just wasn't there. So yes, we could go back, but I think the characters that I would say are truly like we'd actually really seriously consider rework are like very few. And even then, like I don't know if like you risk just upsetting a whole bunch of people. Like Nox, for example, is the one I think comes up a lot because Nox's gameplay can sometimes feel uninteractive. But if you're a Nox main, that is your favorite gameplay that exists in the entire game. And she was never super problematic, even when she was doing pretty well. So do you rework her and make a whole bunch of people upset? I would say she doesn't. If I had to review the criteria, I don't know if she'd really pass the criteria. But
then you broke.
It
don't
really depends.
Don't fix it.
What if ult becomes global silence?
Oh no.
Oh my god. My man Kilgoon trying to upset the whole community out here. Jesus. Well, that would make sense. She is the mother of darkness or the night. So making her ult an actual global silence, damn. That would be crazy. It'd be funny though. It'd be hilarious. Nobody just does anything for however long it would last. It's just a stalemate. It's like, all right, everybody, back up, back up, back up. We ain't doing Nathan no more. This global silence is doomed us. On top of her already 2 that silences. That AoE. That's funny. That's great. That would cause too many issues, though. Comical suggestion, though.
Yeah, but you're right. Like, characters have people that love them because of what they are, right? And they're always sometimes there's the right opportunity to rework somebody more fully, but usually we find that you get as much negative as you get positive out of doing rework.
Yeah. And I think you could do like sounds like combine old Nox and new Nox. I think there's parts of old Nox that you might be able to map on to current Nox, or ways that you could tweak current Nox to be a bit more, I'd say, friendly to the opposing player. That still doesn't remove it, but I wouldn't. That's now we're not in rework territory. I'd say that's more of like our standard kind of +1 refinement pass.
What was old Nox old? I don't even know. I didn't play old Nox before her ult got changed. I started playing when Soul came out, so that was pretty late in the game.
Let's see. Oh yeah, we actually talked about that. Will we ever be able to queue ranked with 5 people? I would say probably not. Ranked queues kind of
A whole team that's in unison against 4 or a non-team that's not in unison. That'd be a one-sided just domination. The enemy team would not have fun at all. At all. The experience would be horrible. So I see why they limit to rank queues of 3 players.
break down when an entire team is friends and coordinating on chat versus a team that is not. And the odds that there are going to be 2 5-person teams in ranked at any given time especially at the same skill level, is going to be pretty slim. So in
Zero.
making sure that we're having good matches for players, we're probably not going to allow that. You can always try and set up customs. You can play casuals. You know, there's other options, but probably not.
Any updates on the Pantheon background on the God screen? I know the UI team is working on these kind of one by one. I know we did the Egyptian one as kind of our first in the past. I'm not sure which Pantheon is up next, but I know they're working on them still.
Yeah, and I will say we've had a lot of partially because of me, we've had a lot of new UI priorities recently as we're working through a lot of that's one of those really nice feels things. But is the fact that we don't have Pantheon specific backgrounds for all the Pantheons the thing that's keeping people from playing the game more? Probably not. So some of the things we are working on are more polished focused, but I am probably distracting the UI team from working on more Pantheon specific backgrounds right now.
Is Scylla Aspect going to be changed before it's released? I heard people don't like how many abilities you need to use before you can ult. I know Clumsy did tweet out some changes before yesterday's flash test. Gosh, I forget what exactly they were. Let me just pull up
I know what we talked about, but I don't know if he did, because I basically gave feedback on it and he was looking at making adjustments, but I don't know what he ended up going
1% max mana plus the ability cost.
Okay.
There we go. Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, it does take into account a percentage of your max mana, so as your mana pool gets bigger, it does still take longer, but you do actually build it towards that.
Cool. Thanks, Clumsy.
Somebody says Emir ult is still bugged. Any news? I have not been able to replicate this in any way that's consistent.
I do know how to replicate.
Oh, do you?
It, yes.
Okay. Talk to Emir.
And we have passed it.
Okay.
Actually, sorry. Is this the bug about not being able to detonate it, or is this the bug where he walks?
I've heard not be able to detonate. I haven't heard about the walking bug.
The walking one's way rare, and it's happened since basically alpha, and it pops up every so often. But I just know there's another one.
Okay. Clumsy says LMAO he walks.
I've seen it like very rarely.
Yo, facts. I didn't even know. I haven't seen this appear in any of my games or me myself do it at all. Yo, a walking Ymir ult? That's kind of exciting. I'm not gonna lie. I'd like to see that at least once. Whew. That's crazy though.
I remember seeing a recent video, so I didn't know. Yeah, we can repro it. It's on our stack of things.
All right.
If you want to prevent it, if you want to try and avoid like mashing cancel to detonate quickly. Try and be very intentional about when you cancel.
Interesting.
I can get it about 50% of the time if I mash, and generally if I don't mash, it goes away. But yeah, it's on our list.
We're about to try that out right now. All you have to do is cancel while you're ulting.
Because they're too strong, too crazy. Actually, the Aladdin ult was probably it. I mentioned this when we did Aladdin, but I've been trying to figure out how to do a 1v1 arena style ult since I basically became a designer on the project, because it's a very, very fun challenge. And Aladdin was a very, very fun challenge, as you can see with the rules lawyer text I had to put into that description.
Yep.
And this is the version that, so I got to do it very recently. That was like most other ult ideas. I think the only other one is Possession. I tried that on Baron. Baron's original kit had
I remember that.
people,
Yeah.
and he could basically, my version of Possession was you could manipulate their movement a little bit, and then you had abilities that you could cast, like so a hand would come up and try and push you. So that was like his way of like forcing you to move. It's really hard to aim things from inside a person to make them feel fair, and it basically like both the person being possessed and the actual Baron player when I did that didn't like it. So Possession is also one of those ones that's really, really, really hard to do. I don't know if I'd ever circle back to it, but that was the other one that was like kind of challenging.
Are there any plans to change Martikaris to another deity like Alquan Kukulkan? I'll say I've seen some community concepts around this. Martikaris is not on the immediate calendar by any means, so we haven't had a lot of discussion about him. I think there's a potential that we could consider something like that. I know that he was one of the more controversial god releases in recent years. And there are some people
who
are
like AMC 2.0
true god or whatever. So I mean, it's something we could consider. But I think that's a very future us problem. He's certainly not top of my list for hunters that we need to get over.
Or Journey.
Would we do a yearly recap of our Smite season like we did with year 10? So we had those the kind of custom videos that played that recapped your year in season 10. These were really cool. These were a tremendous amount of work to put together, and were also incredibly expensive to make happen. So I would say probably not again anytime soon. Maybe if we have a good moment to do it. But it was a lot. We had to produce so many.
AKA funding. Some more funding and incentive. So if you want to see more of this stuff, hey ninjas, play the game. Don't complain. Provide constructive criticism, not just hate, man.
Different small video pieces to make that happen. It was a lot.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure that like Spotify has like a full team of like 20 people just working on that year round, you know. And we're not like we've never been big enough to have a 20-person team working on a thing that goes out once a year. That so I think that like if we can find a more efficient way to do it, it's more likely to come back. Yep.
Roadmap for new items. We generally make.
Oh, probably a third party studio could do it, or maybe some content creators. Oh shit, I don't know. Who knows? Show them the ropes. That's it. Then let them run with it. I'm just throwing out ideas here, spitballing.
New items as we have niches that we want to fill, or we have things coming up that we know we kind of need to support better. I know, like, for example, when Kali was coming out, that was around the same time we wanted to do a lot of the itemization stuff, and we knew that she's a chainsaw character, so we wanted to make sure that the support there was good. As the tank stuff came up, we saw an opportunity for new items to be able to kind of bolster and be a solution there. There is another case coming up that I know I want to try and make an item for, but we'll see if we have time for it with it upcoming. But yeah, we're just trying to find items where they make sense and where we can kind of bolster the pool versus just trying to shove a whole
Blame Forge
just because we can. Just because items are generally pretty time consuming, and if there's a reason for them to exist, that generally also means that people are more likely to try them when they come out, get more gameplay experience out of them, stuff like that. So I have one that I want to try and get in soon. But yeah, it's more about, if you want to see new items, it's more about like finding niches that don't currently exist.
Frostbound hammer?
That you think could be cooler, because that's also another thing that we can do. Like I know of the crit build, Musashi's swords are like not really part of it. That item probably has some room to be more interesting in what it does. So that might be an opportunity. So that's the kind of stuff we look at when we talk about items.
Can you fix the free god rotation system?
I was going to bring this one up.
Free players are stuck with the same set of gods for more than 2 months. This is by intent right now. So Bacchus, Hercules, Nemesis, Ra, and Neith, in our data, are the gods that new players are most likely to retain while playing. So you are most likely to keep playing the game if you play games with these gods. Historically in Smite, we had a very active rotation that like there were new gods coming in and out every week, and we also had a number of gods that were just kind of unlocked for free by default. We decided that this was a worse approach to really focus people in on playing gods that we statistically know they are more likely to keep playing if they play these gods versus, you know, like Olorun and Umoja were free gods in Smite 1. Like, new players don't retain if they play Umoja. Umoja's really fun. She's really hard, right? Olorun is also just kind of weird and different, right? Like, he's really good, but like, you gotta kind of know what you're doing, right? Whereas these five gods are, for their roles, are really good new player retaining gods. The other thing is that
new player
in Smite 2, every time you account level up, you can unlock a new god for free. So you aren't stuck with just those 5 gods for 2 months, right? Every time you level up, you've gotten a token that you can use to unlock any god you want to unlock. So in general, the god unlock process is a lot like more generous and easier to understand than in Smite 1. And you're able to branch out and explore other gods within a match of playing, or maybe 2 matches at most of starting the game. So you aren't locked into playing these gods. It's just, we want to make sure that your first match or 2 are on gods that aren't just going to run you away before you even have a chance to understand if you like the game or not. So, so that's why we have that.
So I mentioned, why do some items lose their passives?
Yo, I didn't even know you could unlock new characters just by leveling up your account. I bought the pass, the whole thing. Ultimate God Pass. Founders Pack. Pass. Got all of them.
When they go to 2 3s. This is probably just a kind of like an artifact of a few other things, but we're generally okay with that so long as the passive that the item had before is related to the items it's building into. So Manchu Bow, right, is an on damage proc, and the items it generally builds towards are things that happen on hit. So losing that specific functionality for just on hit things makes sense. I want to say that there's, I can't remember the name of it right now, but there's like a support tier 2 that gives like mana when you get a kill, and that largely upgrades into things that just don't do anything related to that at all. That one's probably one that is a bit weirder and we'd want to look at, but also it just hasn't been a high priority for us because as we moved items around and made changes that are healthy for the tier 3s, some of the rules we've made have been broken, and eventually we'll go back and address those. But right now, like if you end up losing like 5 power here, you lose like a passive here, you might want to hold on to that passive for a little bit longer because it's there. We think it's interesting. I don't think it's really hurting anything right now, so we're aware of it, but it's just lower on our list of things to address.
This person says, I know I could unlock a god with my tokens, but I like the free god rotation to test them before unlocking them for good. You can still test gods in jungle practice, you know, obviously it's not in a true combat scenario, but we just, probably not going to happen. I don't want to add more gods to rotation right now. I just don't think it's super beneficial for the game, and it's not the direction we're going.
Yep. Plus, it's going to add another layer of decision making for the new player. And this is what they're trying to reduce, minimize, mitigate, avoid, is limiting the amount of decisions the new player needs to or has to make while playing the game. And if you just introduce something new counter to what you're trying to do, it's just going to cause confusion. So I agree with Kilgoon. It's not really necessary there. Whoever that person is asking that probably doesn't have the Ultimate God Pass, chose not to purchase this, what enable to purchase it, and he's probably just talking ish, passively aggressively.
Someone mentioned about action cam stuff in regards to like the offset view being an option for outside of that. I think as we go into the future, we can look at options and camera stuff. If we like, that's a thing that we can look at in the future. I think most important is getting this first pass out. And there's probably some edge case. Like I found that like as I worked on this, there's some edge cases that we need to consider. Maybe there's a problem with allowing that I'm just not foreseeing right now. So that's why we're not really shipping with that out the gate. It's more like we want to get this just in so people can experience the action cam, and then we'll see what we want to provide support for later.
And it's meant for new players, you know, not the old and experienced ones. So. Damn, excuse me. What was it? Let me rerun that again. Listen to it one more time.
About action cam stuff in regards to like the offset view being an option for outside of that. I think as we go into the future, we can look at options and camera stuff. If we like, that's a thing that we can look at.
Oh, yes. I remember what I was going to say. The precedent needs to be set first. You know, this is step 1. That person is trying to go to step 5011. How do you know you're gonna get there? If the first step you have no feedback on, whether it's successful or a failure. You know, this man's trying to fly when he hasn't even crawled yet. They lack patience, man.
Most important is getting this first pass out, and there's probably some edge case. Like I found that like as I worked on this, there's some edge cases that we need to consider. Maybe there's a problem with allowing that I'm just not foreseeing right now. So that's why we're not really shipping with that out the gate. It's more like we want to get this just in so people can experience the action cam, and then we'll see what we want to provide support for later.
Mm-hmm.
With the introduction of a hit marker, any thoughts on a hit sound cue, like a click from Call of Duty? So I'm not sure if this is actually going to be live in the update, but we are working on like hit marker functionality as well, to where it's like when your basic attacks hit, like you get like a red X that pops up, right? It's basically like a, hey, you hit the person, right? Same thing with abilities. And we think that that's like important feedback of like, I'm hitting.
Yep.
As part of that, yes, it will have an audio effect associated with it when it's done. But I don't know if part of it is going live in this update without the final product, or if it's just in PTS because we were testing some stuff, or it's in dev because we were testing some stuff. So we are working on hit markers. We think that they'll help convey when you're hitting with your attacks, and
That's good, because you have arguments saying, hey, yo, I hit this ninja. Where's the feedback? And your team starts flaming. You're like, yo, why didn't you hit him? He was on one shot. Like, I hit him. I swear I did. This will help snuff out all those irritating conversations.
You do have the numbers that pop up already, but just like a secondary reinforcement of that in a way that players can understand more easily. And there will be some sound associated with that, yes.
Okay.
So I mentioned it for the Spectral is not a nerf against sub 100% builds. Yes, assuming that build doesn't have Deathbringer because of the way that the math works there, it would be. But generally, you're building Spectral in response to crits that are later in the game state. And also, like, yeah, you are reducing effective DPS, but that doesn't help you feel better when you get crit 3 times in a row anyway and fall over, die immediately.
Yep.
The mitigation has some value there, just even outside of that. My guess would be this item's like, and we'll see as the patch goes live. My expectation with these changes is the win rate of the item should go up.
Bless you.
Is there a way to switch around active item slots independent from build order? If not, would you consider adding something? I believe there is, correct?
Yes, finally. I've been asking for this. I have been asking for this. Let's see what they say. Pawn, take it away.
Maybe
no.
not, yeah.
I think this, because I remember the meetings we had about getting the system the way that it works right now is, it was one of the constraints was to get it out to players really fast was to have that, like, the sorting in your inventory is what determines the sorting for your item slots. And it is one of those things that we have a note for to eventually go back and improve later, but the system works fine. You can control it the way that there's a way to control it. So, and it largely works for most people. They just kind of like build it in order. If they want to, they can just change it real quick.
Mm-hmm. Damn. Oh, damn it. So for now, I'm still stuck with actually thinking about what I want to have my one be, or my first active slot be, because I have it set for X. And then my active slot 2 is my mouse, and then 3 is G. So I wanted to be able to move them around, because say I want to use active item number 2, but I have it in slot number 1. It's like, I've done that before. I try to use my active and I'm using the wrong keybind. Hasn't gone well. I'm just like, damn, that's right. It's in slot 1, not slot 2, or even slot 3. Mostly slot 2. Slot 2 is more intuitive for me. So now I have to be mindful. It's like, all right, if I want to use this item in slot 2, I need to have another item in slot 1. Before I use slot 2. Or even
when is the
get
God
to.
roadmap? So there may have been a slight leakage of some upcoming gods on the PTS testing, but yeah, so we're going to talk about the next couple of gods probably next week. There may have been a leak, as I said, but
I haven't seen it.
We just kind of want to talk a little bit more about them in depth once we get past this update coming out. And we're not going to go like super duper in depth until they're like ready to showcase, but just giving a little bit more detail about the next couple of gods, next handful, next week. So if you have seen any, spoilers, fun things to.
I haven't.
So they're mentioning a bug about Hexstone going backwards. I've not seen reports.
Maybe in
of that.
Twitter.
I wonder if that's probably not it. I'm just wondering if it's like when you're rooted.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Because of the dash bug when you're rooted.
I wouldn't expect that to be
I
the
wouldn't,
case.
but that's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah, if there's a clip of it, that would be helpful, because I haven't seen that, and I need to kind of see the context as to why, because really there's no reason it should 180 backwards.
It's bugged with Eye of the Storm. Petruzzi 600 says.
Eye of the Storm is causing you to dash backwards? Again, I don't know why that would be the case. Just based off my understanding of how a Hexstone works.
Somebody else says Hexstone does go backwards when you are rooted.
Neat. Well, okay. If that's easy rebirth, then we can start to look at that.
Nice.
Vortex impulse overriding the dash direction.
Because that makes sense for the 8-way dashes.
Yeah.
Because those literally do care about what input you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
For the other ones, it should just be your forward rotation. So the fact that they even remotely care about you being Vortex or you being rooted is weird. That's why I'm like, I'll believe
Someone
you.
says Jingwei also dashes backwards. So
Jingwei root caused the yeah.
Interesting.
So. Yeah, fun stuff. Well, we'll take a look at that.
Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah,
Cool.
good bug.
Interesting. I'd like to see these bugs, man.
So there's a question about
Maybe
shield
they'd be
aspect.
a good thing to
This is probably on
highlight.
our list of characters we won't really do an
And
aspect for a
review,
while,
go
because
over,
if
you
we
know?
do the shield aspect, that's a big arc of work, and I think it's what people generally expect. But it is just a big arc of work because it's a whole feature that we haven't been supporting, plus skins and all the other things, and new VFX need to be made for it. So there's a reason it hasn't come out yet.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of an answer for another question I saw, which is one of the gods am I especially looking forward to bringing over without spoiling the god schedule. I'm just thinking about it. Most of the gods that are my favorites. Actually, no, there is one. There's one I know, and this is not a spoiler about them being on the god roster at all. This is purely just characters that I like. Is Arachne. Because Arachne is also just very interesting for what we decided to do with +1s, and she was the first character I played when I played Smite. She was of my first 100 games of Smite, 90 of them were Arachne.
Wow.
Like an 82%
Damn.
rate, because at the time, me and Caps were playing the Mana Arachne duo lane, where I would put eggs at every single camp. And last hitting the camp gave you the experience and the buff. So I'd walk into lane at level 3
with just rainbow buffs. Yeah.
I had no idea what they were doing with rainbow buffs and just immediately execute them. That was a very fun first 100 games of Smite for me.
Oh man. Well, we are at 2
exploiting the game.
So
Hell yeah!
One more question.
Look at the live chat going on down here.
Alani time.
I've got Orange Kiss today.
I'm over-caffeinated, so I got the Waterloo sparkling water, but lemon lime today.
Ooh, there you go.
Waterloo!
They're
Not again with the Waterloo, Kilgoon. Ah, damn, man. What does Pawn have? Let me see. Don't tell me you got some soda.
If you like La Croix or whatever, Polar, is it just probably Polar, but I want to say fancy. They're all kind of the same. I do like the
I got me some water.
there's one that has a little bit of actual fruit juice in them.
Spindrift.
Spindrift. Yeah, those are really good.
Yeah, my wife got a whole bunch of those. Those are actually pretty good.
They're more expensive though, and I'm a very cheap individual, so I won't buy those for myself.
Let's see. Are we planning on selling UI skins or themes? I'd buy some. Not currently. Our UI team just has so much they're working on trying to improve the game. Cosmetic stuff, maybe in the future, but nothing currently planned.
Yeah, I think it's those UI themes were some of the most labor-intensive things we ever did on Smite 1, which is why we didn't do too many of them. The new UI is set up in a way that it should be easier to do UI skins for, but we just have so much UI improvement stuff that we need to be doing first that'll be a future us problem.
Yep. Plus, you need more positive feedback. You need to have more players in the game, more positive reviews, more retention rate, more funds. So there's a lot of stuff that needs to be checked off the list before we can even get to any of the high cosmetic and stuff. So come on, new players. Join on in. I'm encouraging you. All the Mitches, they're just going to hate on you. That's what Mitches do. So that's why I want the player pool to increase. Overpopulate and overthrow these Mitches. Uproot them out of here.
There's a few. There's one that I've seen, but it feels like it's weird for last question.
Just gotta pick one. That's my
you
problem.
get analysis paralysis.
Yeah, I always have a hard time picking my last question because I'm like, I have to pick a good one. Clumsy's asking questions because he's trolling, asking if we can have a Smite cart teleporter skin effects.
That would actually be really fun.
That would be very fun. It's not a troll, he says. He actually wants it. We have the 2 cool new flying teleport effects in this next update as part of the Independence Day bundle. So check that out in the supporter shop.
Probably, this one's an interesting one. Would you consider old god versions as an aspect for future gods? So, i.e. Freya, and then you have the toggle Freya with the Mandrake. Answer is probably those kits don't exist for a reason anymore, and probably not. As much as that Freya was very interesting at the time, there's a reason. I don't know how many other games will rework a character and then actually go, nah, that was just a mistake, and undo it completely, and then decide later to re-implement it again.
I would say we've taken aspects of that in the past, right? Like Guan Yu ult became Amaterasu ult, and Nuwa ult became Ganesh ult. So there are sometimes where we'll go back and take an aspect of a kit that's gone away, but to bring it over wholesale, definitely not.
Yeah, and I can talk smack about the Frey one because that was me.
I remember that. That was funny. They reworked her, and
Mr. Kilgoon,
the next day, they're like, nah, we're going back. This was not it. It was funny.
Would you consider Hi-Res to be an indie studio? Yes, we are an independent studio by nature. We are not owned by one of the major publishers. We like at Xbox, we're part of the independent, the ID at Xbox program, right? Like we are an independent developer, and we are pretty indie, right? I think that the industry is very weird in that like a dude in his basement is an indie developer, and there are teams that have like 100+ people on them that are indie developers, right?
Like I remember Dave the Diver was an example of like, like the gameplay and what people expect the studio size to be versus what it actually was, and that sparked debate about like what indie meant. And by the way, great game.
Yeah,
Not saying anything bad about it. Just that I remember that being an example where like I was surprised at the size of that team.
Yeah, and like I think it's more of like how you are approaching development and where your funding comes from and all that versus anything else. But yeah, I would say we are an indie studio, just a small indie studio that does the best with what we got, and I think we make a really good game. So yeah, that's a decent final question, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, that was a good one. Sweet. Kilgoon Pon, thanks so much for joining us on the show. Chat, thanks so much for hanging out with us. We'll be back on Friday for the full kind of patch notes overview with patch notes on the website for Open Beta 12. We'll probably have a few more things to talk about on that show that we haven't talked about yet.
Some fun things, I think, hopefully, if we get done.
Sweet. But until then, we will see you on the battleground. Hope everyone has a great rest of the day. Peace.
Later.
Hey, Peach it. Let's go. All right. That wraps up the Titan Talk June 11th Open Beta 12 Balance Preview, Action Camera Showcase, and some Q&As. Let us switch back to the game and let's jump into some ranks. Let me know down in the comments below what part you liked the best, what buffs you enjoyed, what nerfs you detested. Make sure to smash the like button, subscribe, and turn on bell notifications so you don't miss another video or live stream again. Until the next time, see ya. Peace out, brothers. Okay, let's go ahead and turn on the jam session for today. Kicking things off is the homie Two Shout. Let's go. Straight down for me, doing anything I said, even in the streets. But I'm a dog and a dog my broads. I wonder if they'll ever increase the diamond login reward. Probably not.
Nope.
Call me short dog, baby, put the P in the PM. It's still the same. Continue. Okay, let me see if... Oh, I need one more game to get the badge. We have until... Where is it? Oh, June 16th. There we go. Next week. 4 days. Where is the store? Supporter. Is it here? Oh, here's the first one. The blue ball or the flame ball? Ice flame or fire flame? Which one's this one? Some extra quips. Oh my gosh. I wonder how much the what do you call it? The freedom pack is gonna cost me. Damn. May not even have enough. Shoot. Got a peak game. Alright, let's run it. To get sprung, so don't trip. Ain't no love. Okay, let me do ADC first. God damn it, again. And then support. Solo, middle, jungle. And lost what? Okay, let me save. No, we'll do solo. Solo third. You shook by the hood rat. Cause they know what the they gon' get. Mouth full of. Gotta be that way. Going vicious on these vicious. Just made them all leave today. And thanks. Now all my is gone. Ain't no love, bitch. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. I'm on level 37. How many gods are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. There's 60 gods right now. So once you hit level 60, you got the whole roster for now. Now's the time. Found like a player. I'm knocking ghettos and even squares. Secretaries, nurses, and police swimming. I'm flying first class attendants. Ain't nothing but a dog. Hello? Yo, I'm seeing the same thing y'all are. Okay, there we go. My team is banning. Where we at? 4th place. Harry, okay, these guys are higher than I am. Out my face. A Wheelix! I see. Before she gets banned. Or nerfed. Getting banned. Put in work. Oh, my man is support? Hey, let's go. He wants to ban Agni? Aw. Too bad. Huh? Your stanky ass toe jams. Yo, I don't have Neath level 1. Too late. Want him though? Gotta get some new. Oh, they skipped the ban. And the better know how to cook. How much that I eat some. Her and on her, the only ones I don't have rank 1. And run right through them. She's almost there. Him too. Yeah, bitch. Yo, Hoonbot support! Let's go! Oh, dear lord, ay Dios mío. Let's see if this will work, man. At least I'm ADC, man. No! You niece thief! Alright, now I gotta be somebody else. Oh my goodness. We had a Mitch dodge the game, man. These mofos are the worst, man. How much time did we just waste there? 5 minutes plus waiting time? 10 minutes? Alright, where we at? I'm bronze 1. Oh shit, like one more game and if I win one game, I'm in silver territory and I get the reward, baby. At least this one. The future's in my eye. Pursue me like a dream. This feels uneven. Yup. Yo, mofos die because one Mitch gets jealous. Facts, man. Let's go, Tupac. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. Yo, male jealousy is the worst. On her's almost there. Where's he at? He needs 10 more. Neath, where's she at? They're in the same freaking spot. She just needs 10 more. Maybe I can get it get it quickly done in an arena match. Let me toast this. I'm forever ballin'. It's lonely, homie. Okay. Oh. Trying to move the mic closer to me. Hello? Okay, mic. You guys can hear me. Alright, I see the mic moving. All eyes on me. Where's the game audio? Hello? Damn it. Oh, there it goes. I hear it. See it. I see it. I see it. Oh, I got 4 skins. That's right. It provides stacks of broken weaves. The buff has a reduced duration.
So you've chosen me. Intriguing choice, darling.
Intriguing choice, darling. Damn, she's a spinner.
I am pumped.
I am pumped. I never got this skin in Smite 1. I'm glad I got it here. I think this might be a recolor. Don't matter though. I'm getting some extra attack speed, baby. She's gonna be shooting out Gatling guns, basic attacks. Pew 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 pew. Oh, there's a Ymir. Yo, Ymir, if you can cancel it, I would like to see your bug in live and in living color. Oh, Carefree, rank 9. Yo, respect, man. Shout out to you. Bam, bam. All eyes on me. Refire once. That's her ult. Till the day I die. Oh, I see. That's why people have double stacking items. I'll leave this. Yeah. Oh, classic Artie.
Hi.
Classic Poseidon as well. We're gonna switch it to album number 10. Give me this. About
Minions have spawned.
I'm going to attack speed, man. I want to shoot faster.
Your abilities are noteworthy.
Oh, hello there.
Yo, these ninjas just left me?
Nice job.
Wow.
Thanks.
Wow. These guys are cold-hearted. My stuff don't root no more, though. I just walked into that one. Didn't we just fight already?
Your abilities are noteworthy.
No problem.
Worries.
No worries. You gotta get in where you fit in. Whoops.
Your abilities are noteworthy. Your abilities are noteworthy.
Ninja still had that? Damn, you dead, girl. Go get killed. Monkeys and play.
We're gonna need some ally has been slain.
I'm out. I'm out. Oh, I don't have enough money. Getting while the getting is good. There. Deleted.
Okay.
My man just got deleted. You getting it? Where is go to?
Did you see me? I'm great.
That's why I want to get Jones. Got nobody.
Flagrant foul. They're out of here.
Nice.
Has been slain. Flagrant foul. They're out of here.
Nice. All right, we're tied once again. Keep making these funky sounds.
Such a ball hog.
Getting while the getting is good. That's too bad. Where did I even come from, man? Hey, I got my Jotuns on. Be getting it.
Ultimate is down.
Go big or go home.
Ultimate is ready.
Okay, I got him. Go, baby. Oh my gosh, I'm already going fast. Oh my gosh, let's go! Attack speed, baby! What the? Ah, damn it, man. And I'm play. Oh, he's dead. Stuff in the pipe. Coming straight from Oakland. Oh, I'm terrible. Oh, that was so close. I got nothing. Alright, she's gone. I'm loving this attack speed, man. It's so much fun. Now, let me go ahead and get more attack speed. Bragi. Hey, Pimp Daddy. All right, let's go. Gatling gun time. No.
Flagrant foul. They're out of here.
Damn it. Oh my gosh, I'm atrocious. Nobody's behind us. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of health. Let's go, baby. Thank you. Kind of unnecessary though. Let's go, baby! That was wild! And I'm playing. Ooh, terrifying would be great as well. I'm a player. And then some chinny chin chin.
Flagrant foul. They're out of here.
The battle of the attack speeds.
Ultimate is ready.
Poseidon.
Let's get this raid started.
No! I didn't have much. Alright, I got terrifying. Up next is Chin. Gatling gun Neath.
Ultimate is down.
Ultimate is down. Yo, we're still beating them in kills? Damn. We're down in money though. Just barely. Ever so slightly.
The party don't stop.
Because I'm a player.
An enemy has been slain.
Bad.
Need a quick breather. Too much jumping. Turn it up.
Bye.
Flagrant
Ah, that's too bad.
They're
They
outta here.
still got him.
That's a bummer.
That's a bummer.
Go big or go home.
1920 left.
They both flopped real.
Oh, I'm sorry, Caffrey.
Sorry.
You're just dead,
Need some
man.
weak side defense.
Get out of this.
Or so you thought? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this dude has been obsessed with me the entire game. Any chance he gets, he attacks me.
What a play.
Alright. Let's go.
Son.
What? Why you want to leave? Why you want to leave? Because I'm a player. We're enjoying ourselves out here. Out of the way. I was on my way to San Jose. Oh my god, look at all that damage.
An ally has been slain.
Let's get this raid started. This is my chance.
2 o'clock.
Shut down.
Oh my gosh. That Anubis too. Alright, got my chinny chin chin on. Who's kid? I don't know who the hell are you talking about. About to go eat at Della's. Damn, that's too bad, Kipper. You missed that shit. See? Tusky. Oh, get her. Yeah, that's it.
Flagrant foul. They're out of here. An enemy has been slain.
Gone.
Ultimate is down.
I got Nathan. Hot as day.
Flagrant foul. They're out of. An enemy has left the game.
Who's he left?
Gonna need a sub.
No! Oh fuck.
Been slain.
Give me some eggsy. Alright, I lost that trade. I lost that trade. DDP. This is how we drive on the phone, man. God damn, man. Dude is fast as fuck. Oh, this dude had no fucking oh, that's ain't here. He has no items.
You're putting them on skate.
Get this raid started.
Get her. 352.
They both flopped.
Oh my gosh, I missed that shit.
Triple kill. Oh, I saw you dropping dimes out there. Stand down.
Whoa. I'm dead, man. One of them was bound to get me in their CC.
Ultimate is down.
Hey, I got 11 assists though. God damn it, man. I'm always too fucking late. Need more attack speed though.
An enemy has been slain.
No. How we drive on the foe. Houston, Texas.
The enemy has 50 tickets remaining.
Go, baby. Securing the kill. It is full build. Yo, it's a close game. Damn. Atlanta. Freaknik.
Your team has 50 tickets remaining.
Ah, damn it, man. Senorita. Yo, 30-30. Boom, 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 boom.
Ultimate is down.
All right, bitch ass Tuskies out on the field. Boom, 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 boom. Babish! Nice.
Real hard. Go big or
The enemy has 10 tickets remaining.
I got no health, man.
Ultimate is down.
Oh, she got it.
An enemy has returned.
We're gonna need some weak side defense.
Let's go, baby. Homie came back. After leaving like a Mitch. 6'5", baby. I went positive. And I ranked her up. That was the entire purpose of this match. Yo, she was pretty fun. Gatling gun. Gatling gun Neath. Hell yeah. Although if I had what's it called? This guy? Would have gotten more attack speed. Yo, we have 3 account boosters. Oh my gosh. Let's go. I'm gonna get an on her game in, rank him up. These dudes went 3 and 4. Serrated edge first though. Interesting. No cooldown. 2 and 10. 2 and 12 for the Ymir. He built Gauntlet of Thieves last. Brother still got the stacks all the way maxed out. Interesting. Beam, 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 beam. Where me at? 1100 gold per minute. Oh, damn. She beat me. Yeah, 12 and 5. Bing, 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 bing. Yo, they were competing against each other. 17 and 3, 12 and 5. Who got farmed on our team? It was pretty even. Only Mulan got a couple more kills or deaths than everybody else. Your homie Kefri 1 and 7. He got farmed a bit. He didn't even max this out. Kind of a waste item to get if you don't really get to use the full benefits.
On her.
On her. Let's go. More attack speed. Attack speed for the win. Oh, homie has McDonald's Wi-Fi over here. Let's go evil on her. Oh, zombie on her. On her. Yo, he has long fingers. He works out his delta a lot. Get it, brother. Hey, did the feathers move? Is that bug? Yeah, they twitched. I saw them. I saw him. Come on, Alfred. Let's go. Yo, we got Geb, Kook, Chalk, and Nuwa. Against Peanut Butter, another Nuwa, Scylla, another On Her, and a Pele. Not a fake Scylla fan confirmed. Look at that. 5011 stars from Smite 1. Princess Bari's at 9. Shout out to you. Chalk! Diamond! He's 10. Let's go. Respect. Music Lovers, the title. I wonder if he bought that or got it from completing a mastery. You. Like you want it. This time, let me get this. Umbilical cord. Not a skeezer. Whoops.
Hi.
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 Wish 5. So I get 10% extra attack speed. So I get 25.
Minions have spawned. Beware the shifting sand.
Okay.
My umbrella.
Beware the shifting sand.
Thank you. Ugh.
Beware the shifting sand.
I badly want to kill, man.
Beware the shifting sand.
Boom.
Pulling back.
Pouring back. I'm out of mana.
Out of mana.
I'm useless now. Bing. I got the first blood. Thanks to Chalk.
Right back.
Bing, bing, bing.
Beware the shifting sand.
I didn't place the pillar in the right spot.
This is how I fraction.
Oh my gosh, so much action happening here. Boom. I'm gone. I got my item. Bing, bing, bing. Bing, bing. Gatling gun on her. Incoming.
Beware the shifting sand.
Ooh. Must be slow. I think I need to put my 2 as a instant cast. Maybe my combos will be more better that way.
Let's not call
Yo,
attention.
yeah, but put it in there. What am I doing?
Beware the shifting sand.
Flagrant foul. They're out of here.
Beware the shifting sand.
Just hit the bitch.
sands. Falling back.
Oh, minions! Oh no! Oh shoot! I hit level up 3 instead of 4 on accident. Oh my gosh! I whipped that. Yeah, I need to change my 2 to instant cast. 1994. Next to him in the front seat.
Be careful left.
These ninjas ain't letting me do Nathan, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem.
Just had a fucking reach.
Beware the shifting sands.
Save her.
I will be right back.
I will be right back. Mr. Super Trick. Oh, I got more money. Oh, that's too bad.
Beware the shifting sands.
I got you, main. I got you. Alright, I got terrifying now. Damn it.
What do you say to death? Not today.
Not today. Ha 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 ha. Down and save him though. I'm not doing much damage, man. I did with some crit. Yo, that was a great stun there.
Beware the shifting sands. Right back.
Let's not call attention.
Let's not call attention to ourselves. Save.
Beware the shifting sands.
Nice.
An enemy has been slain.
Beware the shifting sands.
Chilling. Baby, I'm here for you. I got you. The tails did a tail so well. Oh, 304. Let's go. All on my bone. Gave up. Okay. That was weird. Talk about Sigs and the girl X Jerry. Homeboy Jerry. Movie wouldn't tell her story.
Beware the shifting sands.
An enemy has been slain. Get faster.
Good job. We're some more McCrit. More attack speed, yes. Plus some crit, yes. In my lifespan. Dead. Yeah, the bitch was paying attention to only me the entire time and nobody was covering her. Alright, peanut butter, that was your relic. Nope. B. From Alabama. Or gigolo. Much.
An enemy has left the game.
Ah, you puss ass ninja. Wow, she did not want to pay the piper. Playboy Short was ready to play. Thick as hell. Dude, bitch only wanted to kill me and then leave. Ah, either that or she has McDonald's Wi-Fi.
More fury for my spear.
More fury for my spear. M1911. Oh my gosh, what the fuck? Oh, this isn't active. That's right. My first time using it. I forgot. Yeah, motherfucker. Puss, man. Oh my god, I'm disgusting. I'm disgusting, man. That was horrible. Peter.
They both flopped real hard. Go big or go home. Shut down. Triple kill. Go big or go home. slain.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Getting thinner. Said her name was Grace. Belinda. Belinda the Belinda. What does it do? 20% attack speed. These are the tales that I tell so well. What's going on? Too short. Boom, 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 boom. Mary Sheets.
We're gonna need some weak side defense.
I'm outie. No, Gabba! We'll try to avenge you.
An enemy has returned.
It's a brand new one.
Beware the shifting sands.
The bed hit the wall and it sounded like thunder. Gosh, this is very noticeable.
Let's not call attention to
The enemy has 50 tickets remaining.
Perfectly placed pillar. Oh my fucking gosh, dog. Can I get some extra strength? Nope. Oh my fucking god. Alright, my team got it though. I can't use a relic while channeling his ult. That's kind of lame. That's a lot of damage I lost. Or health.
They both flopped real hard. Oh, I saw you dropping dimes out there.
The enemy has 10 tickets remaining.
Enemy has been slain.
Beware the shifting sands.
I can't see shit. Oh my god. Fucking hell. 2 fucking deaths that were lame as hell. But boy, you never had that TP treatment.
We're gonna need a sub.
no problem.
Beware the shifting sands.
Baby. So much damage there. Hoes on the boulevard. Let's go, man. I never got to avenge myself against this against this bitch ass Princess Bari, man. Fucking lame. Dude killed me, left, came back, and killed me. Hell no. Alright, well, I mastered the homie on her to level 1. Yep, there we go. That was the point of this mission anyways. What is this? What they have? 3 and 2 Nuwa. What the hell? Dreamer's Idol. More intelligence and become displacement immune for 10 seconds. That means like rooted. No, I think knock up, push back. Knocked up. Twice a week to her house. Bitch only got 1 death. Man, fucking lame. Bam, bam, bam. Alright. I'm the only ninja that the bitch made rich. Clap emote and some more money. And then Neath as well. Bam, there we go. All that for no money. Came and get my pimpan on. Am I missing anybody? Oh, Athena. Athena's missing. Cabroken, Baloney. That's 3. Kali 4. Merlin 5. Raw, he's like 1 away. That's fucking lame. 6. 7, Fanny. 8, Zeus. I'm only missing 8. Okay. It was fun. Sid, you ready to switch? Did they amend Athena's taunt? Let me see.
Nope.
That fatal nut. It must have knocked the bitch on her butt. Mm, 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 mm. Where's the cooldown? Oh, 16 seconds. Fuck, man. 14. 14 to 12. 120 to 100. And killed the bitch. Damn, that's crazy, man. Athena with all these nerfs ain't looking too hot, man. Yes. Damn. Let me see. Raw's 1 away. Should be 1 away. Yeah, look at that. The cuck inning. Let's see who we be. We found a match already. Let's go, baby. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, I'm some port. Let's go. Let's go. Fake account, fake account, fake account, fake account, and fake account. Alright, who do I get? Cool bracket. Afro, she's 1. The only ones here that are not level 1 are Athena and Kabrakan. And Athena's not all that great right now. Banning peanut butter from the enemy team. And a Wheelix gets banned on my team. Play a hating. Play a hating on my girl. Excuse me. Must have knocked the beach. He ain't. Mark ass ninja. Excuse me. Boom, 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 boom. Get in where you fit in, boo! Banning Apollo, I see. Okay, interesting. The first. You was a markup at the high school. I probably need to level up Athena in Arena. I don't think she'll be all that useful in rank games like this. Not with all the inconsistencies in performance from these people or bots. Pele. That could be solo or jungle. Scylla mid.
Select your god.
Okay, 2 CC ults. At least for the start. Hers is the whole duration. Was born to Mac. Probably Bacchus then? Yeah. Jeffrey, huh? Alright, I will hit the restroom real quick. I will return while these guys make their picks. Oh, shoot. I see, brother. Thank you. Yeah, there's nothing going on from OBS. OBS is not outputting anything. What the fuck? Is YouTube still live? Let me see. What the hell? Yo, OBS is not connected at all. Fuck. Oh, yo, we live on YouTube though. Yo, let's go YouTube. Hell yeah. YouTube gang. What the fuck? Let me shell before they nerf it. Fuck, I'm uploading nothing. Yeah, it's showing 0 kilobytes per second upload. Although we're still live on YouTube, so what the fuck is going on, man? Holy shit. We got Artemis and Zeus, so this will be beneficial for team fights. Give me this. Who do we have? Isa. Give me... Where is... Give me Gauntlet of Thebes. Where's Duo? Solo. I have to take this guy. Holy shit, man. Yo, we still going though. Oh my gosh, he's dead. Or I'm dead. We're both dead. The fuck does he have? Selflessness. But you might end up dead. Look at that. Yo, we're still going though. Fuck, man, I can't really try and fix this. These fake ass fools did. Minority. No, they got control already. You're dead, man. They just gotta take that.
Right tower is under attack.
Gotta let them have that.
Be careful.
Get out of this.
Oh. He's gone. Yeah, Ninja, what do you think I'm doing? Boom, 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 boom.
Enemy missing left. We're gonna need some weak side defense.
Oh, you're dead, homie. You're not paying attention, you're dead. It's still showing 0 uploads.
Next time, don't be such a ball hog.
Still fucking 2.
Your right tower is under attack.
Feel my anguish.
Your middle tower is under attack.
The full cantrick. Okay, your buff.
Falling back. Be careful left. Whoa! Close one.
1400.
Your left tower is under attack. Your right
It's my
tower is under attack.
ego. OBS is crashing. Handle this. past the grits. Already 5.
Gank left lane. Ultimate is ready. Ultimate is
Increase output.
Oh my gosh, dog. That's my ego. Oh, you hoes.
We're gonna need a sub. An ally
Get out my
Your
igloo.
right
She's
tower is
down.
under attack. Attack!
Nah, they're gone, man. It's all just poor timing here.
Retreat!
Yep. I know, Negro.
Your middle tower is under attack.
She wasted her freaking ult. Got no
Your right
mana.
tower is under attack.
My ego. You know. 1400. Man, they cleared that shit fast.
go big or go home.
Your left tower is under attack.
And they moved fast.
Your right
as fuck.
tower is under attack.
What a play. Enemy missing left. Not bad. Cancel that.
Damn, I can't leave.
Get up this.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Oh my gosh. Oh my fucking gosh, man. Yeah, they can have this lane. I got nothing.
Your left tower.
There's nothing I can do.
We need war.
Enemy was missing middle. I don't know if we got a call out for that or not. Just missed on all that.
Refresh the enemy missing left.
Everybody ain't going like you.
Go big or go home.
Yeah, they got complete control of this. Come on, dog. You were not paying attention, man. That was the kill right there. We needed to equalize the game for us.
You're putting them on skates.
Fucking gone, man. Of course.
Enemy missing left.
I'm going back.
Falling back. Be careful. Be careful.
What's gonna give us attack speed? Move boost.
Your right tower is under attack. Gank middle lane.
Alright, you're on your own now, Artie. I showed up as a gentleman.
On my way. Enemy missing left. Enemy missing middle.
My man was not paying attention.
Be careful. We're gonna need you to get defense.
Your right tower is under attack.
Come on, player. Oh my gosh.
What a shame. They both flopped real hard.
Your middle tower is under attack. Your right tower is
Ah,
under
damn it,
attack.
man. These guys already want to quit? Yeah, we fucking out of here. Poor timing. No teamwork at all.
Nope.
Ah, damn it, man. These guys were not on it. We could have gotten 2 kills there right there. Anubis dropped them. What's her face? Artemis didn't push when I pushed, and that left lane attack right there. You got this already? What the fuck? No wards from these two. 5, 3, and 2. His gank was way too late. Nah, man. It went about as much as I expected it to go. What the fuck, though, man? Holy shit. I have internet access. Let me see if it's this bullshit. Are we still alive? That's more important to me than that fucking game over there. Boom, 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 boom. Nah, Twitch is dead. Let me see. Is YouTube? YouTube is still live somehow. Hanging on, YouTube. Let's fucking go, man. At least for now, you're getting that dub. Why is it not uploading shit, though? It's showing me 0. When did that even happen? Fucking lame, man. Holy shit, man. This has to be OBS tripping. I have internet on everything. Y'all saw me just play that match. No, it's not this, what I originally thought. So why isn't it not uploading anything? It didn't even say, hey, we disconnected. Oh, wait, let me see. Nope. Do not disturb mode is on. Updates for some software. Doom. No, nothing. What the hell? Why are you tripping on me like this, man? OBS. All I did was this. Then it bugged out. Let me stop the feed for Twitch. It should keep the YouTube stream going. Let me give that a shot. Oh, it's stopping everything. The main one too. Yeah, it is attached to the main one. I'll probably need to switch that up. Make YouTube the main canvas. And Twitch the secondary. Yo, what the fuck was that though? Nothing. No dropped frames at all. There's just no connection. No upload rate either. Let's see. Internet speed test. It's running. All right, download speed is being tested. Look at that upload. 130 plus. 135, 36. Yo, this is fucking bullshit. Okay. Stopping the stream. Yo, let's go. Scuff streams for the fucking win, man. Hold on. Okay, Twitch. Refresh. All right, looking normal. YouTube, are we still live on YouTube? We still should be. No, it's dead too. Fuck. No, we still live on the tubes. Let's fucking go. It's still stopping. It's saying stopping stream. What the fuck, man? You can't do shit right.
Nope.
What even changed? All I did was jump into that rank game and then shit went downhill. Fucking dog shit, man. This is so ridiculous. I'm playing the game. I'm streaming to YouTube. I'm listening to music in online mode. So the only thing now that could be the cause is OBS itself tripping out. Fantastic, man, right? It's still stopping the stream. It goes to tell me that it is OBS itself bugging out, and there's no even a way to reconnect. No quick fix, no F5 refresh. Nah, man. Let me see. I'm zoning A. I don't trust the whole one boning. Woo. Restart in safe mode. Nah, it's just gonna kill everything. Left to the dead. It's still stopping the stream, man. Nobody fuck with me. Nobody noticed me. Found a little plutonium. Feet to the ground, really alone. Shorty my bitch, but she ain't the only one. Yeah, I'm a god. I'm known the only one. I do not smoke, but you got a Romy one. You got a Romy one. She got a twin, and I need the both of them. Still need one more match to go for this shit. All right, let me go ahead and end this first stream. If it comes back, I'm gonna restart OBS and give it another go. Apologies for this, you guys. I have no idea what's going on. Everything is working fine on my end, so it's a software issue. It has to be because I have an internet. I'm able to play the game, listen to music, stream to YouTube. Now it's just not feeding anything to Twitch. I'm surprised YouTube is still alive too, because it's showing 0. So YouTube should be dead too. I don't know. That shit is weird. I'm gonna see if I can run some tests before restarting again. If not, this is it. Apologies for the sudden end. 20 minutes, man. Yeah, everybody got wrecked. I only died once. Don't let it go home, make us enemies. He was solo, dude. He was fucking no mid solo. So then Zeus got fucking wrecked by Pele. I can't even see what the fuck she built. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Those of you that did. Shout out to the live gang, replay gang, and the lurk squad as well. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday, Friday Junior. Have a great week. Make sure it's productive. Don't forget to exercise. Drink plenty of water. Eat healthy. Get plenty of rest and sleep. Don't forget, detach yourselves. Like, comment, share, subscribe on YouTube. Follow on Twitch. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to run some tests. I'm going to see if I can even come back today. If not, tomorrow then. Peace out, pals.